Good evening and namaste to all the viewers, my dear students and others. You all are welcome to Genius Lakshya, which is a unique platform for all the competitive examinations in general and UPSC, GPSC, NDA, CDS in particular. So you are again welcome to this unique program where I have been coming to you with many static topics and many dynamic topics. Both are equally important for any kind of competitive examinations. So, we have in a series of various static topics. And in the series of Indian polity, we have been discussing many important topics from the UPSC syllabus perspective. Today also we will discuss, we will understand, we will know two important topics combined together: special provisions for scheduled tribes and scheduled castes. What provisions are there in the Constitution of India? We will understand it. Also, we will put some light on the conclusion of union territories. So today we will discuss two important topics: scheduled area and scheduled tribes, and as you have already discussed union territories, we will conclude the topic today. So let's start the presentation of the day. According to the Constitution of India, Article 244, in Part 10th of our Constitution, it envisages a special system, special provision, special system of administration for certain areas, certain designated areas in our country. Those designated areas are called schedule areas. And tribal areas. These areas are designated specially for the upgradation of the people of these areas, because fundamentally these people are economically, educationally, socially backward. So, in order to improve the standard of living of the people of the scheduled areas and tribal areas, we have special provisions, special systems in our Indian Constitution in Part 10, Article 244. Then, the fifth schedule of the Constitution deals with the administration and control of scheduled areas. In any state except four states. Which are the four states? Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, and Mizoram. So, except these four states, the fifth schedule of our Indian Constitution it deals with the administration, the management, and the control of the scheduled areas. The sixth schedule of the Constitution of India, on the other hand, deals with the administration of the tribal areas in the four northern states of Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, and Tripura. So, the sixth schedule of Indian Constitution deal with it deals with the administration and control of the tribal areas in the northern states of Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, and Mizoram. Now, the administration of these areas, the administration of these scheduled areas. The scheduled areas are treated differently from the other areas in the country. These areas are given special importance in our country because these scheduled areas are inhabited by the aboriginals who are socially and economically backward. So, in order to promote, in order to bring their social and economical standard upward, these scheduled areas are treated differently. And special efforts need to be made to improve their condition. If efforts will not be given, then the condition of these tribal people will not go up, it will not progress. So, in order to make them economically, educationally, and socially better, special efforts are given. Therefore, the whole of the normal administrative machinery operating in the state is not extended to the schedule areas, and the central government has somewhat greater responsibility for these areas. In other words, all the normal administrative process of our country operating in state not extended means it is not applicable to the schedule areas. And the central government has greater responsibility, more accountability, better provisions for these schedule areas. The various features of administration contained the fifth schedule are as follows. So, what features are there in the fifth schedule of our constitution? Let's see. Declaration of schedule areas. The president is empowered to declare an area to be a schedule area. So, who has power to declare a particular area as a schedule area? The President of India. The President can increase or decrease its area after its boundary lines rescind such designation on area in consultation with the governor of state concerned. So after consulting the governor of a particular state, the president can increase or decrease the schedule area. Executive power of state and center. The executive power of a state extends to the schedule areas they are in. So the executive power is applicable to a particular schedule area, but the governor has special power, special responsibility regarding such areas. The governor has to submit a report to the president regarding such areas annually or whenever so required by the president. So whenever the president asks for the report on this schedule area, then governor has to submit the report. The executive power of the center, the executive power of the center extend to giving directions to the states regarding administration of such areas. Now, Tribal Advisory Council. Each state having schedule areas has to establish a tribe advisory council, and the council will advise on welfare and advancement of such schedule areas or such scheduled tribes. In other words, advisory tribal advisory councils are set up in all the states where schedule areas are there, and it will advise, this council will advise on welfare and advancement of the people of that scheduled tribe. It is to consist of this council consists of 20 members and three-fourths of whom are to be representatives of scheduled tribes in the state legislative assembly. These provisions are there to upgrade, to progress, to bring awareness, to bring advancement in the people of that scheduled tribe. So, this council consists of 20 members. And three-fourths of whom are to be the representatives of such scheduled tribes in the state legislative assembly. A similar council also to be established in a state having scheduled tribes but not scheduled areas therein, if the president so directs. So if the president of India give direction or advises, then like tribal council, a similar council can be established in states having scheduled tribe but not scheduled areas therein. Now, law applicable to scheduled areas. The governor is empowered to direct that any particular act of parliament or the state legislature does not apply to the scheduled areas or apply with specified modification and exceptions. It means the governor has the power to direct that any act of India or any act of state, act made by parliament or made by state legislature, is not applicable. It should be applicable everywhere fundamentally, but is not applicable to schedule area, or the act is applicable with some changes in the schedule area. Some exceptions are made, some changes are made, then act is applied in the schedule area. It is not applied as it is applied in other areas of our country. or in other states. And the governor can also make regulations for the peace, for the good government of the schedule area after consulting the tribes advisory council. So the governor consults the council, then he make regulations. He makes regulations for the peace, for the good governance of the schedule area. Such regulations may prohibit such regulations made by the governor may prohibit or may restrict the transfer of land or land by or among members of the schedule areas, regulate the allotment of land to members of the scheduled tribes, and regulate the business of money lending in relation to scheduled tribes. So the acts are made to control the malpractices in these scheduled areas like money laundering or money lending or transfer of land among the members. Regulations are made by the governor after consulting the advisory council of the tribe. Then the constitution requires the president to appoint a commission to report on the administration of the scheduled areas. So there is a provision in the Indian constitution that the president of India appoints a commission, and that commission will submit reports on the administration of the schedule area. The governor can appoint such a commission at any time, but compulsorily after 10 years of the commencement of the constitution. Hence, a commission was appointed in 1960. It was headed by UN Devar, and it submitted a report in 1961 on the administration of the scheduled areas. After 4 decades, the second commission was appointed in 2002. The first commission was appointed in 1960. The second commission was appointed in 2002 under the chairmanship of Dilip Singh Bhuria, and this commission submitted its report in 2004. Now we will understand Advisory Committee of Union Territories. The Union under the Government of India allocation of business rules 1961 Ministry of Home Affairs is the nodal ministry for all the matters of union territories relating to the legislation, relating to finance, relating to budget, relating to service, and appointment of lieutenant governor and administrator. Means the home ministry plays a very, very important role for the legislation, for the finance, for the budget, for the service, for the appointment of lieutenant governor and administrator. All the 6 union territories without legislature. There are 9 union territories. Out of 9, 6 union territories do not have legislature. So the 6 union territories are Andaman and Nicobar Island, Chandigarh, Daman and Diu, Dadra Nagar Haveli, Lakshadweep, and Ladakh. These 6 union territories are without legislature. They do not have their own legislature. Have the forum of Home Ministers Advisory Committee and Administrators Advisory Committee. While the Home Minister Advisory Committee is chaired by the Home Minister and Administrator Advisory Committee is chaired by the administrator of the concerned union territories. The member of parliament and elected members from the local bodies like district panchayats, municipal council of the respective union territories are members of this committee among others. The committee discusses the general issues relating to social and economic development of the union territories. So this is the end of the presentation. Today we discussed schedule areas. What is schedule area? Why there is schedule area? What different provisions are there for the development of schedule area? The role of governor for the schedule area, the role of president for the schedule area. We discussed all these things. Also, we discussed the union territories and its administration, how the union territories are administered, and the role of home ministry for the administration of union territories. Okay, so thank you very much. This is the end of the presentation. If you have any doubts and query, you can write me on my email ID rohitsika@geniusschool.co.in. Till then, take care. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.